Welcome back, people. So this episode is going to be a bit of an unboxing, first try and review of the Mantis X2 dry fire shooting performance system. This is meant to be a shooting training assistant for dry fire practice only. This one, they do like three different models in this particular range, all the way from this one up to one that's suitable for live firing tracking as well. So this is a basic one. We're going to go through this together with an unboxing. I have taken it out of the box, charged it up, put it back in the box, and that's all I've done so far. So not even read the instructions. So hopefully this should be fairly straightforward to use. They say it is. It's a consumer grade device, even though they say sell to military and police force. Let's see what we get. It's a nice little box. Still number on the end. What do we get in here? We're serious about shootings, and we get some instructions. Okay, quick start. Download the Mantis X app on the App Store or Google Play. So let's bring up there, Mantis X, So let's see how straightforward this is. Mantis X. Okay, it's only one title, Mantis X, and supposedly I've just got to update, so we'll get this installed. In the meantime, attach the Mantis S smart sensor to your firearm. And there are detailed instructions in the app apparently, so let's, while that's finishing downloading, we need to attach this. I guess it doesn't mean the card to the firearm. Cute packaging. Fold it over a bit there, but everything seems to have turned up okay, so we can just get rid of those. In the box we get a target sticker apparently. Can't go wrong with stickers, I guess. And the Mantis X firearm, okay. You see, there seems to be some sort of indication LED, charge port via USB micro. I don't know if there's a lot else to it. I feel like that should. Oh, okay. So it looks like this. Okay, so you've got a spring release clamp system there. So you bend that down, that goes down, and it seems to. That'll lock it in place once you put it on the firearm. Okay, firearm. It's got a safety flag in at the moment. Remove that. Check it's clear. It's clear. Release that, slide it forward. So this should attach to the front. Now, I'm not sure which way around it expects to go. I feel like it should go that way. So I'm going to do that and we'll find out what happens. I'm going to put it fairly as far back as it'll go. So it's outside of my finger range. Should be clear. Okay, so that's attached to the firearm. That was pretty straightforward. So it appears the app isn't designed specifically for tablet. Looks like it's a iPhone shape, and it's asking me to sign in. So I'm going to sign in with a username and password I've already created. Okay, and then we get to our to get started message. Press the button on your Mantis X hardware device to turn it on. Okay, once I push the button, you'll see a flashing green light. Once the green LED is blinking, press the connect button in the app to connect the app to the Mantis X device. So apparently that happens really quickly and really smoothly. Nice. I'm not sure what your Bluetooth chip they're using on there, but it works out really well. And then we get to our start introduction course. I think that's probably the best place to actually, let's have a little look around the app first. So we've got a train option where we are. We can see history. And tracks our chart. Requires 50 or more shots to keep training. Groups. So we can have like friend groups apparently. Settings. You can select the firearm. Let's see if we've got. Let's see if our one's on here, shall we? Also arms. P1, P4, P9, PP. Okay, no. Let's add a new. We're going to call this a PDP. And it's a 9x19mm. We're done to that. Okay, we tell it a few little options about ourselves. So the firearm we're using, we're left or right-handed. I'm going to use right-handed. Shot detection mode, I'm in dry fire. You see I can't do live as an option. Why is there more there? Dry fire. Okay, I'm going to leave it just as dry for the moment. Mount direction forwards and backwards. Okay, apparently I've installed it backwards. At least according to the instructions. Mount location bottom, correct. And then, here we go, some instruction guides. Learning to shoot in 60 seconds, getting the Mantis X app. Okay, so we can skip those for the moment, and I'll report back if there's any issues in those later. Okay, so we now go back to our train option from the bottom left, and we go our start introduction course. Do 5 shots, dry practice in open training. Okay. I'm going to get one magazine, and I'm going to put all 5 of my training and rounds in there. Now, so far, I like the app and the whole thing. It's taken us a few seconds to get to where we want to go. I'm going to put one into the chamber. Peek. Let's see if it's actually picked it up. It has. It seems to hold okay. Okay, so on the app at this point, it's going to go say open training. Select whether you're shooting live rounds, if you're right or left-handed, and if the Mantis device is facing forward or backwards on the pistol. Backwards has a USB, it does, it's backwards. Right-handed and backwards. Correct. Now click the start button. Going to take 5 shots now. I'm going to go safe direction. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay, so we have 5 shots. Now I'm sitting down, that was just an in comfort 5 shots. Go ahead, tap the stop button, see a summary. Okay, and then it gives us a little summary of how to read the chart. Shows us how to use. Okay, so it's telling me breaking wrist up. I'm not sure what breaking wrist up means, but we'll go through this again shortly. And there we go. Here you can see the movement of the gun for each shot, color coded as follows: blue, hold, and yellow is the trigger. Okay, so blue is a bit before the hold, the pulling the trigger, and then yellow is the actual during the trigger pull itself. Red shows movement after the trigger bait, which may be very large. Okay. I expect so. It is. Oh, wow, yeah, look at these. Okay, we won't talk about those. And across, I don't know what that means. It's blank. okay. And it gives you a score. That's interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to try 5 proper shots, I guess, and we'll see how they go. So this time I'm going to try and concentrate a bit more, work on my procedure, and I'm going to try that 5 basic shots again. So on the app, all I do is click start again. One. 2. Adjust my grip. 3. 4. 5. Okay, so in the app again, look at the 5 shots. We are 94.6 is my highest, but also it took 11.13 something seconds. Okay, so again, we flick across, we take a look at our average score, 88.1. I'm pushing forward and breaking wrist down. Oh look, I get a little breakthrough of what that means. Pushing forward means that the grip moved the firearm forward during the trigger press. It's called by anticipation of recoil. I know I'm doing this. Additionally, if the torso of the shooter is not fixed in the shooting position, even a slight movement of the waist can cause the weapon to move down. That's good to know. Okay, I think that definitely sounds like something I do. Summing means the gun was pushed to the dominant side by applying too much pressure with one or both thumbs on the side of the firearm. Grip the weapon firmly, applying equal pressure at all points of contact. Make sure the grip feels the same. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've definitely got some problems, haven't I? Again, fancy graph. Much smoother than last time's practice though. And a movement chart. So now we're back onto the training regime. So we know we've done the first round. Mantis X benchmark. What's we going to do now? Definitely wants me to do it. Goal benchmark is to measure precision and performance over time. Instructions: take 10 shots. Focus on the precision of every shot. The exact amount of the trigger break should surprise you each time. The drill is not timed. Again, we're going to watch this video. Let's see what we get.
The Mantis X benchmark drill is to have a drill from which to measure performance and improvement. You're going to take 10 of your best shots slow fire, and then we'll look at the scores and the trace view.
He's very aggressive with that, isn't he?
If you don't have dummy rounds to practice with, you can just do a chamber check and that will cock the gun as well. If you're achieving a surprise break for each of your shots on this drill, your score should be somewhere in the 90s. If you're not there yet, just remember smooth, even pressure straight to the rear, achieving that surprise break, and that will minimize the movement of the gun.
Okay, so should we see if we can do that? So I'm going to make ready on the weapon. Should make sure I don't do that. There's a lot of things I should make sure I don't do. Okay, press the start on the app. I'm going to pick a point I'm going to use as my target. I'm going to try and concentrate this time, get my pose a bit better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the app beeps. Tell me my score. Okay, so reviewing my score, 88.1. Whew, doesn't seem very good, does it? I'm just so done and find out how bad it is. Okay, looks like I started off Okay, oh, let me go back to that benchmark. Show me my history. There we go. There we go. Okay. Pushing forward, breaking wrist down again. 88.1 is my average score. Oh. So we've done 2 out of these so far. Support hand only. What does that do? Okay. Let's watch a video.
When shooting with only one hand, it's expected that your scores will be just a little bit lower than when you're shooting with 2 hands. You just simply don't have the same amount of stability. Even so, make sure you press the trigger straight to the rear, achieving a surprise break. You'll find as you train that it is possible to get the same scores one-handed as it is 2, but you're going to take a lot more time with each of the shots. The important thing is to train that trigger finger to press smoothly and continuously in spite of the movement occurring with the sights.
Okay, same as before, but one hand. Let's see how it goes. Training rounds. Those beeps mean 10 rounds. So how bad is it? 73.6. So about 10 points down from where I was with 2 hands. I'm going to say that's probably expected. See how bad, if there's any... Ooh, shot 4. I knew shot 4 felt really good, 94. But there's everything else is way, way worse. Okay. Good shot. Don't think so. So a lot about this program is learning what the program wants from you, which is same as any computer-based system. It's got a set of logic that you've got to kind of meet. So with that in mind, you have to kind of respect that as much as they're trying to make it as natural as possible, there's a lot that they can't kind of get you to do because it's just looking for set logic. So I've got through the compressed drills, and I'm just going to take a look now at one of the what's called hostage rescue scenarios. So this will be interesting to see what comes up. So what's going to happen is, because I don't have a holster that fits with the Mantis system, I'm going to have it down on the table with my hands by my sides, and I shall draw and fire from there. I don't know how many times this is going to happen, and there's no video to go with this one, which is interesting. So let's see how we do. Since the holster, the firearm seems to be pretty stuck on that. Not quite sure how we're going to get around that. Maybe I can put it in my pocket a little bit. There we go, in the pocket. So take a look at the score. Average score 93.7, way higher than I expected. Average time 3.31, that seems about right for what I did. And supposedly I saved 5 hostages. It's way more than I've ever saved before. So yeah, why not? It's good fun. Mantis X2 dry fire shooting performance system. For noobs like me, who's a couple of 100 rounds into owning a pistol for the first time, is it a valuable tool? I think it is. I think it's really good. I think I've just in what we're doing for this particular video with it today, I think I learned a lot. We saw in the early shots was just the basic tool of where did the rounds fall, that they were pretty accurate to where my rounds fall on the real range. So yeah, I think it's going to be really useful. I think overall a great tool for noobs, and it's not marketed for new shooters as much as I think maybe it should be, because I learned a lot about what I was doing wrong, and the videos were quite informative too. And when you click on any of those pages for more information about, or was it saying I'm slapping the trigger, you click on that link and it shows you, and you quickly go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I think the Mantis software, the feedback from the hardware, really good. I would like to see an iPad specific app that allows it to rotate. It's a stupid little detail on my part, but just the way when I set the iPad aside, in this example, it wants you to be vertical, and I want it that way. Minor detail. That plus unique videos for every training drill. The guy who does the videos is really good. Once I watched one of his videos, I instantly understood what was required of me, but there wasn't a video for every drill. And I know it sounds silly, and most you pro shooters or even experienced shooters wouldn't bat an eyelid at what they're being asked. But these words or drills are new to me, so I would appreciate more videos in there. It's not a complaint, it's just a comment. The words are there. If I look at it and read it often enough, it'll clicks, and it all starts to make sense. Love the progress system. Love the way they kind of make you go from beginner, go through certain tests. They've given you kind of grades, so you should be at this, you should be scoring this at this before it's going to let you kind of, or before it wants you to move on to the next one. I think that's really good. It doesn't limit you. You can jump ahead if you want, no problem. It's not going to argue, but it kind of gives you this little training program to kind of get you where you should be, which I think is really, really good. I think gamifying the training, which is a fun sport to do. Shooting is fun. Don't have a problem with that. It's what I got it for. It's just having fun. I think it's a great way to learn. Overall, I think 8 out of 10 easily. For noobs, absolutely recommend. Under $100, which at the moment, that's a 200 odd rounds at kind of range prices. Fantastic. So Mantis X, thumbs up. I've got noob of approval right now. I have another training tool from Mantis X2 hopefully this week. So again, I'm not sure what'll come first, another range day or another gear review, but we'll see how that works out. There was one other item, which was this Kydex paddle holster. This was picked up from Amazon. Black Scorpion outdoor gear, OWB Kydex paddle holster, and the paddle refers to that bit at the back. Do I like it? I don't know enough about firearms gear to recommend it or not, but does it seem to work? Seems to hold pretty well in there, stays on the belt pretty well. Didn't have light option because this gun doesn't have a light, so it didn't even cross my mind at the time. But I will search out for one that has a light available on it. I really like it. I think it's pretty good. This will work nicely on the trail in the woods. Just to have something openly carried and available. So, Kydex holster from the Black Scorpion outdoor gear. Black Scorpion outdoor gear was the store on Amazon. So thanks for watching. If you've got this far, please press like and subscribe, because that way you get to see what happens next, and the next Mantis review or the next range day, whichever comes first. So thanks for watching. Appreciate your support.